In this video, I'm going to show you how to enter your per diem wizard into your expense report. What you're going to first do is you're going to go to the Emburse Enterprise system. In order to do that, you're going to use My DMAC. On the left-hand side, under Shortcuts, you will see a link for Emburse Enterprise. Simply click on the link and you'll be taken right into your dashboard. Alright, so if you haven't done so already, you're going to need to create an expense report for your per diems. In order to do that, you'll find this blue header and you'll click plus create here. That's going to allow you to create a report. First thing you're going to do is name your report. So just name it whatever your conference was. So conference travel May 2025 for this training is what I'll type. Business purpose, you can just copy paste that or you can type it again. So I'm just going to put conference travel May 2025. In the drop down for report type, please make sure you select expense report. You're going to use the drop down to select your home campus. And then you'll enter your current home mailing address so we can verify that when we send you a check. Is this report travel related? Select yes. And then type of travel, use the drop down to select in-state or out-of-state. And then at the top, you will just click save. Now that we've created our report, we're going to need to add the per diems to our report. So in order to do that, we will look in the middle of the screen here where you see Create New under Add Expenses. Go ahead and click on that. Then you'll see on the fourth tile is the Food and Meals. Click that, and then below that you will see Meals Per Diem Wizard. Go ahead and click that. Okay, so let's do this per diem wizard together. So the first thing you'll notice is it wants your start and end date. This is the day you left your home for travel. I'm going to pick Monday, May 5th. And then what I want you to notice is you need to select a time from this drop down. These are military times. So as you can see, it goes to 23:30. So please, if you leave your home at 1 o'clock, don't pick 0100, pick 1300. So for this training, I'm going to say I left my home at 1 p.m. End date is the day you returned home. So I'm just going to say Friday, May 9th. And again, using military time, you need to tell us when you returned home from travel. So looking through here, you would just pick the time. I would say I got home at 8 o'clock in the evening. So again, 1300, 2000 hours. It autofills your days for you, so you don't have to worry about that. In the description, we would love it if you would please type in date and time you left your house for travel and the date and time you returned home from travel using like the 1 p.m., 8 p.m. This is really going to help us in the business office when we are cross-referencing your report with what you selected. We have had a difficult time getting individuals to use the military time, so this is just going to help us tremendously if you could type that in here. So I'm going to put left home on Monday 5/5 at 1 p.m. and returned home on Friday 5/9 at 8 p.m. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to give us a location where you went for travel. I found if you just start typing in the city, it populates every type of city. So here's mine, Nashville, Davidson County, Tennessee. Per diem accounts, you would select in-state or out-of-state. I'm going to select out-of-state. Is this for a conference or a meeting? I'm going to pick yes, it was for a conference. You're going to fill in your index. Click it. Once you have all of those parameters filled out the way you'd like, you're going to go ahead and click Add to Preview down here. So the right side of your screen is going to change. You will see, based on the college's rules, since I said I left at 1 p.m., the college is not going to give me breakfast or lunch, but I do get dinner. You can see the rates on the right side for Tennessee, for Nashville. These are CONUS GSA government rates based on location. DMAC did not set these rates. We go off of their rates. If the conference gave me lunch and then breakfast and lunch and then breakfast and lunch, you're just going to check those boxes. So basically you're checking only the boxes that you are exempt from. And as you can see, since I got back at 8 o'clock in the evening, the college is going to give me breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Once you're satisfied with all of these, once you've checked the boxes that you are, opting out of because the conference is providing these meals for you, then you're going to go ahead and use the green button below and you are going to click Apply. All right, so you see all of your meals are now on your report, but you have these orange circles here. This essentially is the system wanting your agenda. So each line item needs an agenda attached. So you're going to click on the line item, and then you're going to scroll to the bottom of the page. You're going to ignore this agenda is required add response box. You're just going to scroll to the bottom of the page, and you're going to click add attachments. So you'll just attach the agenda this way to each one of those meal line items. I will say that what we're looking for in the business office is sort of like an agenda at a glance or a condensed agenda. Some folks have really large PDFs that kind of break through every breakout session. We're just trying to cross-reference what meals you said were provided and what aren't. If it does say you got a meal on the agenda, but you, let's say, couldn't eat it for dietary restrictions or any other reason, feel free to add a comment on the particular meal and just tell us. So, for instance, if they gave a dinner but you didn't check it, you could just leave a comment. Let's say it's a dietary restriction. You could just say, dinner provided by conference, but because there were no gluten-free options, I had to eat elsewhere. You could say something like that. Be sure to click post next to your comment, and that will just let us know that, yeah, the agenda says dinner, but I didn't get to eat it. I had to go buy my own dinner. Okay, so once you attach the agendas to all the other line items, we'll be ready for the next step. Once you have successfully added your agenda to each of your meal line items, you'll notice that sometimes the submit button is not available. So in order to get it to appear, you are going to have to click on your report header. So mine was Conference Travel, May 2025. So click on the report header. Looking to the top right, you will click Edit. And then you just click Save. You don't do anything. You just click Edit and Save. And there it is. It's available for you. Go ahead and click Submit when you're all ready to submit your report. Then you're going to click this blue pre-approval button. That is going to allow us to find the pre-approval that you did in the Emburse system for out-of-state travel. You will use this drop-down to find the out-of-state travel pre-approval that you did. It has to be approved in order for it to appear in the drop-down, and then you'll go ahead and click Apply. And then you will see it applied here, Applied Pre-Approval Report. So it is paired now. You can look through your items one last time if you'd like, and then you would just hit submit. And that would kick it off to your supervisor, and then the org index approver. And if you used a grant index, it would also go to grants, and then it would come to us in the business office. If you did in-state travel, by you selecting the type of travel and selecting in-state, it's not going to prompt you for the pre-approval, since we do not require the Emburse pre-approval form for in-state travel. So that section I just showed you there for the attaching the pre-approval is really only for out-of-state pre-approval. Here's a look at our travel procedure, BS 5812, travel expense reimbursement. So I will go down to the meals section, and you could always pause this to read more or refer to the procedure itself, but it's got information on the meals that are reimbursed for the following instances. So if you left your house prior to a certain time, you know what the college will and won't pay for. It's also got information on the CONUS GSA rates that we use for out-of-state travel, information on in-state travel, and information regarding the fact that all meals are going to be reimbursed through per diem and cannot be charged to a P card. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or need help with your per diem wizard, please reach out to me. The per diem wizard is very finicky, and sometimes if you mess up on one date or time, you have to delete the whole thing and start from scratch. I know it can get frustrating, so please don't hesitate to call or email me, and I would be happy to help you. Thanks. Goodbye.